My name's Jason, the CEO of Gourmet Gorilla. We do school lunches in Chicago. We started 3 years ago, about 2.5, 3 years ago. How did we get into it? Basically, my background's in environmental consulting, and for the last 10 years I was cleaning up brownfield sites in the city of Chicago. And I was trying to find reuse for brownfield sites there when the real estate industry kind of went down. And developers no longer wanted to build lovely condos downtown on those brownfield sites. So doing my research, I came across some urban farming organizations. One of them was Growing Home, and had a coffee at Starbucks with a guy named Harry Rhodes from Growing Home, and he showed me his business plan for urban farming, and it relied a lot on outside funding and grant money to be sustainable over the years. So I thought, well, they need a little bit of help. And then my wife and I, Danielle, who's the current president, had a child, and we sent our child to a preschool in the South Loop of Chicago. And when we enrolled him in the preschool, we got a great-looking menu for lunch. And it had lots of pictures of broccoli and stuff on it. So I went onto the company's website to see what was in the ingredients, and there were lots of things banned in Europe for kids under the age of 6. So I thought, well, it's probably not the right thing that you want to be feeding your kids at preschool, so why don't we start a program with the preschool to cook lunch and change the program. So we approached the school, we changed the program, we designed menus, we looked up all the requirements with DCFS and Illinois State Board of Education. We stuck an ad on Craigslist and hired our first chef, who's called Elvis. He's no longer with us, with the company, because he kept burning everything. But so I ended up going in every morning to cook at 4 in the morning before my environmental job. That was year 1 in 2008. Anyway, the program developed more. We slapped a website up with 4 pages, just in case anyone else was interested in what we were doing. And we came up with a set of principles. We wanted to use local and organic ingredients. We wanted to cook everything from scratch, including our chicken nuggets. We want to contract with local sustainable farmers and purveyors, support urban and rural farmers, just because of my background in the brownfield remediation. Also, incorporating sustainable business practices into our business model, including composting and recycling. And one of the things we wanted to try and figure out was how all children in Chicago could get good food, both breakfast, lunch, and snack at school. So where are we now? On the right, you can see a school we just started serving in September. It's Chicago Jesuit Academy on the west side of Chicago. We decided to go with tablecloths and crate and barrel bowls for serving family-style food. We have a server at that school. They're 100% free and reduced as well. We started the company on a credit card, $20,000, an Axion loan for $8,000 that we paid off and re-upped every year. We just re-upped it again just to support them. They gave us a really good rate this year. And then our gross revenue's gone, in 2009 it was $230,000. It went up to $850,000 last year, and now we're looking at $1.5 million in gross revenue for this year, and we hope to double our growth. So our milestones that we've achieved, we're currently serving over 90 schools. We have 98% client retention. Thanks. We acquired a competitor called Green Bag Lunch who did brown bag lunches, but they failed to scale quick enough, and they had a trailing client base. They were in 35 schools in Chicago, but we acquired a very good ordering system that they developed, which kind of helped us now. We initiated a community garden in UIC, working with Chicago Housing Authority, just as a side project. I'm just sort of trying to explain, we have deep roots in the community. We don't just want to do an organic lunch and drop it off and leave. We just recently won a competitive grant with HuffEd to figure out some of our seasonality issues in Chicago when everything freezes, how we're still going to source locally. So hopefully that's going to help with that, and it's also going to help us develop a CSA program in schools within food deserts. We're currently doing 4,000 meals a day. We gain market share from incumbents like Chartwell's and Sodexo and other local companies. and we've built our business through referrals. We're looking for $1.5 million in funding to go to 10 cities in 5 years to create a gross revenue of $30 million. Basically, it's replicating what we've achieved so far. And also, we want to develop a smart IT platform and able to do that efficiently, which will incorporate lots of data from the local areas that we go into. And our exit strategy for investors would be to sell back to the community. We feel it's important. So, thank you.